At Healthcare Partners Medical Group, our mission is to provide the highest quality of healthcare to each and every patient. With 5 locations in Pahrump, we are local doctors you know and trust. We want to thank you for choosing us. Quality care starts here.
News 46 is brought to you by Healthcare Partners and Humana. News is also brought to you by Barry Levinson and Associates, Pahrump's Bankruptcy Center. When it comes to important matters like bankruptcy, call an experienced, compassionate attorney. Call the Bankruptcy Center of Pahrump. Call 775-727-4747.
Tonight on News 46, the Pahrump Town Board votes to send business out of state.
And we take it to the streets with your question of the day.
And the Cappetto twins and 2 others are arrested. News 46 starts now.
You're watching KPVM News 46 with Rick Vale and Rhonda Van Winkle. Local coverage from Deanna O'Donnell and news across Nevada with Janet Eric. News 46. Local coverage you can count on.
Good evening. It's Wednesday, October 26, 2011. I'm Rick Vale.
And I'm Rhonda Van Winkle for News 46. And topping our news tonight, Town Board members Vicki Parker, Tom Waters, and Harley Culkin voted to send $15,000 out of state to a California company last night. The item on the agenda was to produce the Town of Pahrump tourism video. Town Board Chair Mike Darby voted against the Pahrump Tourism and Convention Council's recommendation to give the project to M Creative Group out of Woodland Hills. Town Board member Carolyn Endersby was not present. 24 people lined up to support KPVM in their approximately $11,000 bid for the video.
And again, the town board's doing their job, giving it to somebody outside the state or outside the town. You know, I'm sorry, but this is a town. You sit here constantly, every meeting, Harley, and talk about economics. Economics. People need work. So what do? You're going to vote for this?
I'm in favor of this tourism board, but I think they should keep this money locally, keep it in town. I agree with Bob there. They gotta have this money in town. You people that don't care, you've proved that to me too many times here in this place. I don't agree with none of you people up there anymore.
Come to my competitors' side of the playing field, but I really want you folks to know you probably don't know what you were looking at when you were comparing those 4 videos. First and foremost, the first video, as an example, the opening of that, we own that opening. It's an After Effects template, and we played that for our rodeo just recently here. So, I mean, a lot of the effects, a lot of the animation that you're seeing in these videos are purchasable from online. I mean, you can get them anywhere. That's the long and short of it. I mean, we can all do the same thing because we all have access to the same tools. What I really liked hearing was Mr. Waters saying, keep the money local. KPVM Channel 46 is completely capable of doing this job.
I took a look at some of the clients of this company. What you have here is a high dollar corporation. I wouldn't be too proud of some of their clients. Countrywide Home Loans, we know who they all are. But what you've done is you've done it again. You've taken the money out of the town. I mean, here you've got a company, KPVM, who's busted their butts for this town. Right here, all this video stuff is all done by them. So what do? You kick them in the ass.
I want to really thank the audience. They're awesome. Because they have it right. Keeping it local is where we are. And I'll tell you something, there is nobody in this state or in this country that can do a better job on this video than my crew and myself. This video is about emotion. Emotion. is what creates excitement. We know the emotional triggers in this community. We know the production skills. I have a staff that's first class right now that's working with us and doing a fantastic job to be able to do any of that. Capable, and we're okay to do all the PSAs, all the political announcement, all your election stuff that we do for you, all the special events, but we're not good enough to do this project. I don't understand that.
And according to town board members, the reason for their decision was based on their inexperienced opinion of quality. The competitor's production is readily available, purchased effects you can buy off the internet. Town board member Vicki Parker said that the Pahrump Tourism Video Advisory Board has 80 years combined experience in video production. KPVM researched this supposed fact.
The Pahrump Town office, as of this morning, the 3 people that voted for the tourism video were, number 1, James Horton, who is the manager of Preferred RV Resort here in Pahrump. Mr. Horton has no listing for video production in any searchable area. He is reported listed as the previous owner of a dissolved business, Oblivion Entertainment, located at his home here in Pahrump. This is a private company categorized under entertainment bureaus. Records show it was established in 2010 and incorporated in Nevada, although there is no Nevada state business license record for this company. There is also no Pahrump business license for this company as of this morning, according to the Pahrump Town office. Current estimates show this company has an annual revenue of $32,000. It is not known if any taxes have been paid on this amount. The company is said to employ a staff of 1 person, James Horton. Companies like Oblivion Entertainment usually offer band agents, musician agents, directors agents, corporate caterers, and entertainers agents, not video production. Next is Marvin Minnick, who was on the Pahrump Regional Planning Commission Board. He was appointed when Dan Chinhoffen decided to run for county commissioner. He was also on the Pahrump Public Lands Advisory Board. According to records, he has no video production experience. He allegedly worked for a Las Vegas-based advertising company, R&R, who has been scrutinized by the Nevada Policy Research Institute, who reported findings of an internal audit by the Las Vegas Convention and Visitors Authority that discovered a subsidiary of R&R Partners overbilled the Las Vegas Convention and Visitors Authority by as much as 43%. Though public records request, Nevada Policy Research Institute found that the Las Vegas Convention and Visitors Authority not only knew about these irregularities, but literally gave R&R the rubber stamp to approve expenditures above $500 without any oversight from the LVCVA. MPRI stated that R&R's contract with the Las Vegas Convention Visitors Authority was worth $87 million in 2008. We cannot verify if Mr. Minnick was employed with this firm when this alleged fraud was being conducted. Nora McCall is the 3rd. She has no record of any experience with video production. This is Deanna O'Donnell for News 46.
Well, KPVM filled out a release of public information on the entire Pahrump Tourism Advisory Board's resumes this morning to attempt to locate this experience. We are looking forward to receiving this information that Town Board member Vicki Parker was speaking of. We have put in a call to her asking for the resumes with no reply. KPVM also attempted to locate proof of productions for members of the Los Angeles-based firm. Their website was the only record of their projects. According to the Internet Movie Database, the last project for their CEO was in 2004.
Very interesting. Well, owner of KPVM, Vern Van Winkle, wanted to comment on the statement made by Town Board member Tom Waters, saying that he voted against KPVM because of a tab not being put on the paper. He said that since KPVM did not follow guidelines, they should be disqualified. And Vern states he focused specifically line by line and to the point. And Mr. Van Winkle did not think that it was necessary to put tabs on a 3-page proposal that was specific and to the point of the RFP. He believes that Dr. Tom Waters was searching for anything to disqualify KPVM.
And Mr. Van Winkle also wanted to comment on Town Board member Harley Culkin's statement later in the meeting. Harley stated that the town gave Vernon Van Winkle the television's frequencies. Well, in actuality, the FCC revoked the town's frequencies. Vern went to the FCC and requested them to have the town sign over the license for Channel 41. They would reinstate them in Vern's name. If you would like to see what the channel looked like before Mr. Van Winkle developed the station over 15 years ago, here's what it would look like.
sometimes no picture is worth 1,000 words. Okay, so what do you think of the Pahrump Town Board sending money to an out-of-state company? We took it to the streets, and here's your question of the day.
Well, after 26 people spoke last night at the Pahrump Town Board, 24 of them for KPVM doing the Pahrump Tourism video. The other 2 being from the Pahrump Tourism Convention Council Advisory Board, explaining why that they decided to pick M Creative Group. We went to Walmart today to get the rest of the regular citizens' comments about what they thought of the Pahrump Town Board, the Pahrump Town Advisory Board, and if they would ever vote for these Pahrump Town Board members ever again. Most of the comments, I have to tell you, were not arable, and most of them actually use some profane language, so we were not actually able to show those. We're going to show the ones that were actually clean enough for the television.
I can't repeat what I'd really like to say. The town board, I think, is basically worthless. They keep business out. They put as many obstacles as possible in front of any company that tries to move in here. That's why there's no jobs. That's why there's people standing all over begging for money. I mean, it was never like that before.
That is true. Would you ever vote for these town board members again?
Nope.
Well, I just think that too much money is being put in other places when it should be here in Pahrump to benefit and build our community, you know.
Would you vote for these town board members ever again?
At this point, no. No, I think we need some people in there that have their concern directed towards our community here and the people.
I think that's a darn shame that we can't support our local businesses and our local people.
Would you vote for these town board members ever again?
I don't think so.
Well, I don't think that makes any sense at all. I think they should spend local, they should pump up the economy, and if it's cheaper, why wouldn't they? So I guess somebody has a friend somewhere else, apparently.
That's what we thought, actually. Yeah. Would you ever vote for these town board members again?
No, I don't. I know, I understand that they need to bring stuff into town, but I don't think they're qualified to do that. I don't think they're qualified for their jobs, actually. So, and anyway, there's too much. Obviously, they're not doing the right thing. So that's my opinion, anyway. But yeah,
I think that's pretty ridiculous because we need all the we need our economy here. You know.
Would you ever vote for them again?
Nope.
I think it's totally ridiculous. I think it's the whole reason why most of these businesses here in Pahrump fail, because we don't support our own businesses out here. Everybody wants something for nothing, but yet when they get a low bid, they don't take it. That's ridiculous.
Would you vote for these town board members ever?
Yeah, as soon as it freezes over in hell.
That's ridiculous. Put the money here in Pahrump where it belongs so we can live happy and be happy and have a good time living in our own town.
The town board has made another bright decision, haven't they? It's ridiculous. The town board needs to start thinking about bringing business to our town, giving it to our town people, and profiting our town. And stop this stupidity that they're having right now.
Right, I agree. If they're going to do something for Pahrump, make it for Pahrump, not for some other state or city.
Thank you so much.
And out of state to boot.
Yeah.
Can't even keep it in Nevada, they can't.
Well, I actually think that that's kind of rude. I think everything should stay in our town. I think that's where it belongs. We need to have first shot at what's going on.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, I honestly believe that the town should keep it here in town to keep our businesses afloat instead of giving it to somebody else. You know, I've been out of work now for 2.5, 3 years, and an out-of-state company put me out of work, so I'd rather keep it here in town.
Thanks.
Make our businesses thrive.
Well, it is so understandable why so many people are so upset about this. To see our own Pahrump Town Board give $15,000 to a California company for the same exact job that KPVM could have done for $11,000. Of course, an RFP was not even needed in this case. An RFP is only required if you are spending over $25,000. This is a devastating blow to KPVM, and the trickle-down effect will be enormous as to the money that could have been spent here locally to our own businesses and what jobs will be lost because of this. This is Deanna O'Donnell for News 46.
And coincidentally, while we were watching the story, we tallied it up, and KPVM actually has over 150 years of combined television experience.
Yes, we do.
Very interesting. Folks, we'll have more local news coming up right after the break.
News 46 is brought to you by Southwest Medical Associates. Their healthcare center is now open in your neighborhood. Southwest Medical Associates. Now that's powerful medicine.
Welcome back to News 46. The Nye County Sheriffs have sent a press release concerning 4 subjects. Deputies and detectives from the Nye County Sheriff's Office conducted an investigation at a local pawn shop in Pahrump after Nye County Sheriff's Office was notified that Matthew Levi and Christina Bonacera were attempting to pawn a laptop computer which had been reported stolen from a Pahrump residence earlier in the afternoon. Levi and Bonacera told detectives that their friends Alicia and Alexandria Cappetto had both asked them to pawn the computer for them. Levi and Bonacera were well aware that the Cappetto sisters had recently been arrested for allegedly pawning another stolen computer at the same pawn shop, and indicated that they were highly suspicious of the legitimacy of their friend's request. Despite their concerns, Levi and Bonacera decided to help the Cappetto sisters out. During the investigation, Alexandria Cappetto was found in a nearby parking lot waiting inside her car for Levi and Bonacera to return from the pawn shop. When she was questioned, Alexandria Cappetto admitted to taking the laptop without permission from the victim's residence and having Levi and Bonacera pawn it for gas money. Her twin sister, Alicia Cappetto, was not with her in the car. As a result of the investigation, Levi, Bonacera, and Alexandria Cappetto were arrested and booked at the Nye County Sheriff's Office detention. Alicia Cappetto later came to the jail in order to pick up the keys to her sister's car, which remained in the parking lot where her sister was found and arrested. Alicia was questioned in regards to the investigation and was subsequently arrested in connection with the theft and attempted pawning of the computer. The suspects were being held in lieu of bail in the amounts of $5,000 for Levi, $5,000 for Bonacera, $13,637 for Alexandria Cappetto, and $13,000 for Alicia Cappetto. Anyone with information pertaining to this case is asked to contact the Nye County Sheriff's Office at 751-7000.
Thank you for that, Rick. And here's Zach Fuentes with your entertainment this week.
I'm Zach Fuentes with your entertainment this week. Well, last October, nearly a year ago, singer Mariah Carey and her husband, comedian Nick Cannon, revealed that they were expecting a child, confirming many of the rumors at the time. Well, that child ended up being children, and on April 30th, the couple's 3rd anniversary, the twins were born. After that, Carey and the twins went MIA. In fact, the babies had never even been seen until last Friday. In an exclusive interview with legendary reporter Barbara Walters, twins Moroccan and Monroe Cannon were introduced to the world by their proud parents. Nick Cannon and Mariah Carey were married back in 2008, and Carey became pregnant a short time later. Unfortunately, though, she miscarried. But then at 40, Carey became pregnant with the twins, which made it a difficult high-risk pregnancy with the twins and Carey's life in danger. The couple, however, adds that it was well worth it, and I'm sure that anyone who got to see the twins last Friday agrees. Well, Disney's Aladdin, Mrs. Doubtfire, and Good Morning Vietnam are all films that have something in common. Robin Williams, the actor who has enjoyed a prolific career for many years, has recently gotten married. The 60-year-old Oscar winner married graphic designer Susan Schneider at the Meadowood Resort in St. Helena, California last Sunday. On the guest list were big Hollywood names such as George Lucas, Billy Crystal, Steven Spielberg, and many others. Williams apparently met his bride prior to a heart operation in mid-2009, and after the surgery, Schneider nursed him back to health in his Los Angeles home. This is Robin Williams' 3rd marriage. The star last year finalized his divorce with his second wife, Marcia, of nearly 20 years. Well, the older brother of pop star Madonna is homeless and currently living under a bridge. 55-year-old Anthony Ciccone has been quoted as saying that my family has turned their back on me. Ciccone says that he has been among Traverse City, Michigan's homeless population for over a year after losing his job at his father's vineyard and winery. Anthony Ciccone is not to be confused with the star's other brother, Christopher, who released a tell-all book about his sister a couple years back that painted a very unflattering picture of her. According to Christopher, her brother/author, Madonna has never been one to be close to the family, let alone offer any financial help. Madonna is a Michigan native and the third of 6 children. Madonna has not, as of yet, commented on her brother's situation. Well, you may remember back in July, Netflix, a DVD by mail and online streaming movie company, raised their monthly rates. The company that once offered a flat rate for streaming and DVD by mail separated them into 2 separate plans, charging for each. Shortly after that announcement, the company then made another announcement that DVDs would be handled by a new, different company altogether called Quickster. After a massive negative response from customers, Netflix dropped the Quickster idea, but still kept the higher prices. These changes have resulted in many Netflix customers canceling their subscriptions. In fact, the company from June to September has lost 800,000 of its 23.8 million subscribers and is expecting to lose about 600,000 more. CEO Reed Hastings, however, says the company has no intention on reducing the prices. I'm Zach Fuentes, and that was your entertainment this.
All right, Zach, thank you so much for that. And we did just want to clarify that Town Board member Mike Darby did not vote to send business out of town. He was the only member there who voted against it. So just want to make sure we had that clear.
Absolutely. And folks, don't go anywhere because we're going to check in with Zach Fuentes again after the break with a look at our weather.
News 46 weather is brought to you by Healthcare Partners Medical Group, with 5 locations in Pahrump, local doctors and professional staff providing total care from infancy to seniors. News 46 weather is also brought to you by your local dairy farmers. Dairy products are very important in maintaining a healthy body. For more information, you can visit their website at nevadadairycouncil.org.
And welcome back, everybody. I'm Zach Fuentes here with your weather. Today we had mostly cloudy skies, or mostly sunny, excuse me. There was a couple clouds out there, not too bad though. And it was pretty windy out there. If you were out there, you know I don't have to tell you that at all. Our high was 70 degrees. It's pretty nice out there, though I kind of like cooler temperatures. I don't know about you. Our winds came out of the north at 17 miles per hour, and our gusts went up to 38 miles per hour, like I said, windy. The pressure was at 30.10, and our UV index was at 4, moderate, very low for us. Our humidity was at 14%, and our sunrise was at 7:01 a.m. Our record for today was 90 degrees back in 1937. And tonight we're looking at clear skies, maybe a little bit of clouds out there, we'll see. A low of 49 degrees, and our winds to come out of the north-northeast at 5 miles per hour. Our gusts up to 17 miles per hour, and our humidity at 23%. Sunset appears like it's going to be at 5:56 p.m., and our record for tonight was back in 1945 at 35 degrees. Tomorrow we're looking at sunny skies, but our temperature is going to stay the same at 70. Pretty cool out there. Our overnight low is going to be at 48 degrees, and the winds are going to come out of the east-northeast at 3 miles per hour. The gusts are only going to be at up to 6 miles per hour, not like it was today. And our UV index is going to go up a bit there at 5, but still moderate. Our sunrise looks like it's going to be at 7:04 a.m., and our humidity at 14%. Friday and Saturday looks like we're going to have some clouds. Sunday, up until Tuesday, we're going to have sunny skies. Wednesday, though, it looks like we might have a chance of showers and some wind. That's not fun when it's windy and rainy, at least not for me. Across the board, though, we're staying in the 70s. The 80s look like they're gone for a while there. But our overnight lows are going to raise a little bit there. Thursday, Friday, we're going to stay in the 40s. But from Saturday up until Tuesday, we're going to be in the 50s, actually. And then Wednesday, our overnight lows are going to drop quite a bit there at 41 degrees. And today's worst weather, I can't believe we're saying this already, it was cold and snowy in 7 Cross Hill, Colorado. Back to you.
Well, it's looking nice. We're going to be down in the sun. And it's going to be really nice for Halloween, which is very important because I'm going to be in the parade thing, so yeah, I want it to be hot.
In Vegas,
In
right?
Vegas, yeah. Vegas is doing their Halloween parade this year, and I did it last year. And
is that fun?
Oh, it was a lot of fun. We're all dressed up, and there's tons of people watching. It's down by Fremont Street. So it'll be nice because last year I was sweating like crazy. So it looks like it's going to be really nice.
Well, it should be better this year.
And you're going to Carson, right?
We are going to be in Carson City for the parade. And, the girls, Miss Pahrump and her court, they're going to be in Carson City in the parade. So we're going to try to get some footage of them to bring back to you, hopefully. And I haven't checked the weather there yet, but I hope it's going to be nice.
Well, if it's anything like what we're getting here, it'll be A-okay.
Yeah. Well, and then the Pahrump Nugget's going to have their big Halloween safe night. It's always a lot of fun there. That's Monday night, October 31st, of course. There will also be a Halloween 40-game bingo special. Doors open at 1 p.m. and the game starts at 2 p.m. So reserve your spot today. But it should be a lot of fun. Last year, oh my goodness, they had thousands of kids come through.
Right.
And in case you don't know what that is, they have their big rooms and they set up booth after booth after booth, but it's all set up like Halloween and scary, and it's kind of dark, and the kids go through and there's tons of candy. So
And we're gonna have a presence there too, right? We're gonna be handing out candy.
I'm not sure if we're gonna be there after all. We're still gonna see about that, but there are a lot of people there. We were there last year. It was a lot of fun.
Right.
Yes.
And folks, a workshop will be held for the Hidden Hills Solar Electric Generating System Project tomorrow from 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. at the Tecopa Community Center. That's 400 Tecopa Hot Springs Road, Tecopa, California.
Oh, I wanted to mention, Pahrump Community Church on Halloween, they're doing a safe night too, and that starts at 6 p.m.
Okay.
If you want to go there.
All right, folks.
And right after the newscast, what's going on?
Well, we're going to be running the entire town board meeting, actually, so you're going to want to make sure to stay tuned for that. The segment on the Pahrump video. So if you would like to see that particular segment in its entirety, just stay tuned. We're going to have it on for you right after this.
Oh, that's good. That's fair. Everybody can see exactly what happened.
There you go.
All right.
And that's going to do it for this edition of News 46. I'm Rick Vale.
And I'm Rhonda Van Winkle.
And from everyone up here in the Hill of KPVM, we wish you a safe evening, and we'll see you here again tomorrow night. Till then, good night, Pahrump.
Good night.